Ryan Daniels joins us.
Good morning, Ryan.
Morning, guys. How are we going? Big weekend
very well,
of footy.
as
again?
always.
It's always a big
Always.
weekend.
Although if I'd gone with my heart and tipped Geelong, because I always tip Geelong.
Jeez,
but
I'm
everyone
good.
was going, Richmond, so I've gone Richmond.
You need to listen to your heart.
I need to listen to my heart.
Is it rock set?
Is it? Yeah, it
Listen
is.
to my heart. Well, very
I
good.
need to rock set it.
Yeah, can you?
Just
Rock
say that.
set it this week.
That can be my safe
Rock
word.
set
Then you'll be dressed for success,
rock
Lace.
set it. Yeah.
Real good.
Very good.
So, the Eagles.
Yeah, speaking of success.
Yeah.
38 points. Look, in the grand scheme of things, watching the game, it wasn't a fantastic game of footy to watch. It was fine. The big thing for them is they won on the road. And that was huge.
True.
There is a bit of a twisted narrative that the Eagles can't win in Melbourne, but they're actually 6 of their last 8 at the
That's
MCG.
a pretty twisted narrative considering how many grand finals they've won.
Well, that's it. Like, they're actually pretty good in Melbourne at the G. The issues they tend to have are, playing at the Gabba or playing at the SCG. Those
or being
games
sent to Tasmania or Canberra or Darwin, as far away as they can make them go.
That's it. Those random games are the ones that sort of trip them up. But they're pretty good at the G. It's almost like a home away from home.
Especially on those different ovals, like Geelong or the Sydney Cricket Ground. It's so much harder, isn't it? Different shape.
It's a whole nother kettle of fish.
Yep.
And they was their first game at the G since the game where it was the day. How am I explaining this? Willie Rioli's suspension first landed the day before.
So 2020, right?
Yeah. Well, back in 2019.
Gatorade.
It was 19.
Now, obviously, COVID got in the way of that.
Great.
Yeah, well, see, that in itself is,
it's tripped everything up.
Some people play at the MCG every week.
Yeah, that's right.
Morning, Eddie.
38 points was the win. Brendan Archie was the sort of breakout star.
Great was he? Yeah.
4 goals. He's a fantastic story, actually. I met his family years ago when his little brother Callum was getting drafted.
Right, yep.
So there's Brendan.
Yep.
He's obviously an AFL player, has been for going on 10 years. Callum, his younger brother, he plays for the Brisbane Lions, played yesterday, took a nice mark, kicked a goal. They've got 3 other brothers.
Oh, so do they all look the same? Because those two look almost identical.
They do.
Yeah.
There's the 2 older ones. One's a rocket scientist.
Okay.
One's a brain surgeon.
Right.
And then there was a little guy who probably at the time, this is going back about 8 years, he didn't have a job yet, but I'm assuming he's set for great things.
Yeah, he's a sports reporter.
Yeah, I was going to say. Radio breakfast jock.
Sorry, mate, that's funny gang.
There's a lot of pressure on that kid to be great.
You're right.
Well done to the parents, I'll tell you what. Yeah. Otherwise, Josh Kennedy, slight injury concern, but again, he says it. Well, he says himself, it's actually a calf, I think.
Yeah, okay.
He says himself it's precautionary.
Okay.
There's a chance, I suppose, he's touch and go for this week, but they are expected to get back McGovern and Barris, which is a huge win, and that would
pretty
be
handy ins in the back.
Pretty handy. A couple of All-Australian
Not bad.
caliber defenders, and you can swing Oscar Allen back forward.
Yeah, okay.
So, it's starting to come together a little bit in terms of the injury puzzle. They play the Adelaide Crows on Sunday.
Would Josh Kennedy, at his age, be the one who called for the ice and just went just to precautionary?
Yeah, possibly. I mean, they picked up the injury in the first quarter, apparently, so he played through it a little bit. And I suppose you get to a point where the game's in the bank, and you think, okay, well, how much do we want to put this guy out there? We do need him. We don't, and with a calf, you can make it worse. So you might as well just get him off, put the ice on. It would be a decision between him and Simpson and the medical staff. When you get to that point, you can kind of make your own call.
The Dockers, brave in defeat.
Brave in defeat, exactly.
We will fight them on the beaches.
Oh, they didn't really put up much of a fight.
At the Gabba.
Well, it was a bit of an odd week.
I'm just going to leave the room. I need to leave the room.
I noticed, do you have to wear a Brisbane Lions scarf this week, please? Or was that just a 1 week
punished for making a stupid bet last week. Yeah.
Look, the margin probably flattered them, 24 points. As I said, it was a weird week. They spent the week on the Gold Coast, which sounds great, but it wasn't a holiday in the end. And they're spending this week there as well. But look, I think, as I said, disjointed week. They didn't really have to go. They went. The Gabba's a hard place to play. They were easily beaten in the first 3 quarters. They sort of flattered the margin at the end. But they'll stay in Brisbane this week again and Gold Coast again before going to Melbourne to play Essendon.
Playing the Bombers,
They don't have to stay. I did inquire to them as to why, and they said, well, we've already made the plans. We're using it as a bonding exercise.
Oh, okay. Right.
So I think that they're quite happy to stay over there and do their thing. So that's an interesting decision rather than coming home, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's lots of, there was so much talk about this game and about the Freo situation online after the game. And as we see that, and people starting to argue and bitch and that online.
Well, how do you feel about it? Because the narrative is, as I said, brave and defeat,
Honourable
24 points, honourable loss.
Look, if you're at the club and you're the coach or you're Peter Bell, you have to talk it up. You have to keep that hope alive. And there's some very good young players and some, your Dave Mundys and that are very consistent. But I'm really worried about how we played in that first quarter yesterday. Yeah. Because I know you're playing Brisbane in Brisbane. It's been a big week. But I thought they played like the bottom side in that first quarter yesterday. The mistakes, some of the decision making. I'm not a footy coach, but I'm been a fan since the very beginning. And it's starting to get frustrating. To me, a 4-goal loss means nothing.
This is a safe place, Glazzy. You just let it all out. Just let it all out.
I'm getting very frustrated.
But you're right. There's a few guys down on form. Sonny Walters, he's way out of form. We know he's a class player when he's up and about. Rory Lobb's not playing very well either. These guys have space to lift. And look, they're still 4-4. This is not the end of the world. They'll play.
Write it off altogether. I thought that was disappointing, especially the first quarter. And some of the fundamental mistakes in that decision making that's so important in modern footy. Some of them, like, you go one way or the other, and they go the wrong way each time to a player who's about to get tackled. It happens a lot.
Yeah, no, it's difficult to watch. As I described it yesterday, it's the kind of game on the couch you'd fall asleep to.
Can we get Clevy a cup of tea and a nice
and a lie down? Look, when you're passionate, Lise,
Some more bad news too. Michael Frederick, who might be the most exciting docker to watch this year.
The excitement machine.
He's pretty quick.
He's done his syndesmosis, which everybody does.
No.
It always sounds like you're lying on a couch talking to a psychologist. We're just going to do a syndesmosis here for a moment. That's a minimum 4 weeks. That's best case scenario for a syndesmosis.
Is that his ankle?
It is. It's basically an ankle injury.
Why don't they just say ankle?
It sounds sexier.
Yeah. Sounds like you're watching the watch.
Yeah.
Look at my watch.
Hypnotosis. That fast Freddy won't be so fast for the next month or so. Reece Conker played through with a hammy. That was very brave. That was brave.
Yeah, how do you do
did his hammy basically the first quarter, and then had to chase Charlie Cameron around.
He's playing I know.
Not ideal.
Brave or stupid?
He's pretty gutsy, Reece.
Yeah.
All right. Now, other than the footy wins around for all our teams, Fever, Glory and Wildcats.
Yeah, the Fever still can't get premiership points.
Cotton.
Oh, he was amazing again, and so was his mate John Mooney.
I know.
Will Magnay didn't get on the court, but he will on Thursday night,
It's a bit soon, wasn't it?
It was a bit. He's been in quarantine for basically 2 weeks, so give the guy
How about Bryce Cotton flying? I mean, I know Bryce is 5'10", but he looks tiny against the centres and that. But he actually flew on the weekend.
I love when he dunks. It's like watching Muggsy Bogues. Remember little Muggsy?
Yeah.
It's so great watching the little guys get up there.
Yeah,
it's like in footy when the little guys take a hanger, like Shea Bolton. It looks so much better than when Joe Danaher did it yesterday.
It's quite a feat, isn't it?
Bolton's is better just because they're little guys. Get up there.
How many of the Australian basketballs will be in Tokyo for the Olympics?
Hopefully all
I was going to say,
I'm getting my jab
You're
today.
getting a jab today?
Yes, I'm going to Tokyo for 7 for the Olympics. So I'm excited. I'm a little nervous about the jab.
Okay.
Like, I don't love needles. I'm assuming it's a needle.
No one does.
No, it's a tablet.
Also,
it's not a suppository.
Take your COVID suppository. This town needs an enema.
We think it's a needle.
There's a lot of doubt about the Olympics, I guess. So they keep telling me the things that are happening. I'm like, sure, guys, sure, it's going ahead. But I believe it is. And my theory is if I get over there and like we start losing athletes because they have to come back or whatever, maybe I might even get in there. I might be. I might be playing point guard for the Boomers. Who knows? I could be in the 100-metre sprint. I wouldn't win.
No, but
come last. But it'd be an experience.
Still get a ribbon.
I'm ready to put my hand up for whatever comes.
We've seen you playing basketball and not scoring against Nick Nat.
There's a director's cut that one day will be released of that ad. I promise I will find the vision.
Oh, hang on, my contacts.
Like Blade Runner.
It's not a needle. You're not getting a jab. It's hypnosis. Matt Hale's going to come in and put you under.
It's syndesmosis.
Good luck, Ryan.
Ryan, we'll talk to you on Friday. Good luck with the jab.